Hello, everyone. It's Josie, and welcome to Eccentric. If you are new here, hello, hello, hello. How are ya? How you bees today? All right, so Saturn is officially direct, meaning it's moving forward now, slowly, very slowly, like slower than a snail. But I've been feeling this energy even before. Like, you know how you can feel a full or new moon like up to 3 days beforehand? Well, with Saturn, because it's a slow moving planet, you could probably feel it a couple of weeks, getting more and more intense to the day that it, stations direct, right? And with these retrogrades, there's shadow periods, and it's pretty long for Saturn. So you'll still be experiencing the residual. There will be moments of Saturn retrograde residue, but at the same time, there's going to be this forward movement in your life. There's going to be this release of burden, this feeling like, oh my gosh, finally things are easier. Like, finally. And then, like, every now and again, you'll run into something where you have to actually put in extra work or work hard or whatever. But what I find surprising about this energy is it's highly spiritual. I don't know if it's just because it went direct in my 11th house with some aspects going on, but man, the vapors, like starting yesterday. I call it the vapors whenever I'm feeling like energy really, really intensely. You know what I mean? Hey, Christina, how you doing? I meant to pop y'all up. I knew I forgot to do something so that I can see the comments because I can't actually like see the tiny words. So I'm supposed to be popping y'all up over here on the laptop and forgot to do that. So I'm sitting here like, what? Okay, I'm fixing it. But I feel super inclined towards spirituality, meditation, chanting, all kinds of stuff, okay? Um, like I'm all the way in it. Like, man, like this energy. And then 3 days before today, I was dealing with headaches. You see what I mean? I was dealing with headaches on and off, and they were them weird ascension headaches. Feels like when your ears need to pop, but it's the inside of your head. And even a moment ago, before I set up the tripod, I felt like my brain was kind of like rattling around in my head, but not in a painful way. So crazy, So we're definitely experiencing some ascension symptoms just because the energy's been steady coming in, and then Saturn moving forward didn't make it no better. There's this movement on top of movement on top of movement happening. Let's see what Christina said. Oh, thank you, love. I'm so grateful. Really? Thank you. And I am going to do a thank you video. Don't think that I didn't pay attention to the fact that I got to 1,000 subscribers. I am going to specifically do a thank you video for that, where I'm going to be pulling, kind of like in my psychic reading roulettes, which I am bringing back now that I can go live again. I'm going to be pulling from the chat. So that will be a scheduled live video. So you'll be able to see it when it pops up, and you'll know exactly when it's going to happen. Okay? Thank you so much. I receive for my highest good, Christina. Hey, Jason, what you doing? My Hare Krishna brother. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I've been really like lit, but in all kinds of different ways. Ooh, what I was talking to Jason about the other day, as far as these paranormal experiences or these mystical experiences, before I used to be able to tell when the energy was transitioning, like because I would feel the jerks and bumps. I would feel the transition. And the other day I had a moment where I was like, whoa, what just happened? I'm just here. Like it was seamless. I was there and then I was here and then I was like, whoa, come in. So yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a whole bunch of activity going on when it comes to spirit moving around too. I'm like, can everybody just find several seats so I can focus? I'm just trying to, get some things done today. Oh my goodness. Drinking water has helped me quite a bit, especially with those headaches. So if y'all are having headaches, the water is like very, very important. And you may find that you need more water than you normally need. Like it really does work as far as drinking water is concerned. And the way that I keep track of if I'm drinking enough water, number one is do I have a headache or not, right? Number two is don't count the amount of like containers or cups you're drinking. Count the amount of times you're going to pee, because sometimes, especially if you hadn't had a certain amount of water, it'll take you like four of these, like 4 8-ounce glasses before you actually pee for the first time. You know what I mean? Like count how many times you're peeing. If you are peeing, at least once every, I would say 2 to 3 hours, then you straight. You know what I mean? It's when you find yourself half the day gone by, you don't remember the last time you went to the restroom. That's when we have a problem. So yeah, that's the way that I like to monitor, how much water I've had. And I've noticed other things too, like junk food, like chips and stuff. Because I like potato chips. I like kettle chips, right? Um, just certain things here and there. Because vegans have junk food too. Believe me, we do. But it hasn't been jiving with me. You know how you can get away with eating, just something sweet or a muffin or something? Jaden. It hasn't worked for me lately. So that's another thing that's going on. I think that Saturn moving forward, really? I think that Saturn moving forward is also kicking up the discipline. So let's say you didn't have enough discipline to stick with whatever it is you were trying to do before. You're probably going to have it now. You see what I mean? Because like I notice if I eat anything that's kind of like a junk food, it's either too salty or too sweet, right? Um, I'll feel it and it don't feel good. So there's like a lot of physical bodily changes happening. And of course, Saturn, Capricorn, manifestation, reality type energy is what's making everything so easily felt right now too. You know what I mean? Saturn, is the one that kind of facilitates that, bringing, making your spiritual vision like real, real and concrete. You know what I mean? Oh wow, we're like mom twins. She got 4 boys, and one of her boys is named Jaden too. Oh, that's nice. He said, "Oh, that's nice." Oh my gosh. But yeah, this Saturn energy moving forward, I don't even want to think of what's gonna happen when Pluto move forward, because we ain't too far off from that. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, because I am observing it. She said hi, Jaden. Jason said hi. I thought that, see these tiny words, drama. Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about with this Saturn energy that I've observed is people are really, really salty. Okay, like the pessimism is real. And y'all know that Saturn is like walking around sprinkling pessimism on everybody. So there's this extra struggle to stay positive. So if you're having some of those inappropriate thoughts, it's normal. You're like, why am I thinking about that? Like, I'm not self-destructive. Like, you keep having to tell yourself who you really are right now because Saturn is just kind of popping in, telling you, all of these lies. Lies, I say. You could be doing your hair or something simple, and you'd be like, ooh, this is nice, blah, 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 right? And then like 5 seconds later, Saturn pops in talking about, yeah, but when you walk outside, it's going to be completely ruined. You got to ignore Saturn. Saturn is like super salty. With your mind, you got to win that battle. You know what I mean? You know what? She said her Jaden likes to listen to her spirit readings too. Nice. It must be, right? It must be something they have in common with the name. So yeah, we may be battling ants, automatic negative thoughts. So yeah, like try to stay on top of that as well. Get back up on your affirmations to help you to stay positive, because you will be tried not only in your own mind, but from the people around you that are going through drama, that don't want to let certain situations and certain things go. It's a hot mess out there. People are salty, and then people are super spiritual. Like, you got salty people that are going through misery, and then you got all of these people over here talking about, you know what, let's just go live in a tree and meditate for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Like, it's that wide of a chasm. It's that extreme. It's crazy. And there's a lot of stuff that I realize now that I probably tolerated up to this point that I just cannot deal with. Like, I cannot deal with any energy that's kind of like pulling at me. You know what I mean? Like pulling at me. And I'm just like, no. No. Okay, another thing that's been happening with me, because I know I ain't the only one going through these Ascension symptoms. Another thing that has been happening with me is I've had moments where, let's say I wanted to watch, a YouTube videos about aliens or whatever. I get 3 seconds into it and decide I don't want to do that no more. I want to do something else. Like, spirit has been moving quite a bit. And I'm sitting here like, okay, what do you want to do? Like, I'm talking to myself like, what's really going on? So I find myself constantly just kind of staring into space, or just really indulging in meditation, because I can't actually like focus and and do anything, even if I'm trying to enjoy it. You know what I mean? When it comes to like my brain. What are you talking about, Jason? Oh, yeah. Jason said the last few weeks, since getting consistent with the chanting, he just wants to run away and go live in a temple. Oh, yeah. Bye, Felicia. Exactly. Everybody on the planet name is Felicia. But for me, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm definitely going through what I've dubbed spiritual formatting, because every time I go through a period of time where it seemed like somebody pushing the pause button in my brain. It seemed like there's only certain things I can do, but everything else is kind of like when a website is under construction. You know how they say, oh, the site's going to be down for a few hours? I feel like that's been happening to me for like the last week, where I have all of these pause moments and I can only function at this certain capacity. But other stuff I just cannot do. I shouldn't even try to do. So like once you get out of that phase, what happens is you'll have to notice this too. It's not just going to be a situation where you're going to know right away, but you'll notice what was deleted. you'll notice what spirit deleted from your brain that you didn't need no more, because you'll hear a song or you'll see somebody and you won't react the same way that you do anymore. So that's also happening right now. Okay, Saturn is clearly off the hook because I'm tired of being exposed to the buffoonery that I deal with in this office. Tell it. Tell it. But what I want y'all to understand is, for all of them people, it's a lot of the reason why it's a hot mess right now is because there are certain people that just can't let go of the way things have been, or the way that they think things should be. Okay? And Saturn is like, no, no. It's like telling a 3-year-old that the dang triangle is not gonna fit inside of the square type situation. Like, and they start crying and throwing a fit because they're trying to make it fit. Like, that's what everybody's going through right now. And then you got the other people winning. That's what the term they like to use, winning. But you got other people that are being blessed right now that are reaping their dharma, and it ain't doing nothing but adding fuel to the fire for the people around them that are already salty. So it's like crabs in a freaking bucket. They're trying to pull you down, and it's, hey, just hold your center, come from a space of love, be detached. This is what I was trying to warn y'all about. So this right now is going to be a battle to stay positive, a battle to still be able to be compassionate when you got people coming at you, blaming you for their failure just because you happen to be successful. Like, all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I can name a million scenarios, but I'm seriously like feeling this shift. Oh man, my last 2 videos, what was it? 2 fire signs, Sagittarius and Leo, I think it was. I had a headache during those videos. And those 3 days, I was like super lazy, barely like getting anything done. And now I can't even sit still. So I'm sitting here like, oh, my codes must have integrated. It's like you're down, and then once your energy gets back calibrated, you're free. You're like, you act like you ain't never done nothing before and you want to do everything. It's crazy. Oh, don't piss them off by bringing Sage to the office, y'all. You about to see people true colors when you try to sage the situation. I have a situation right now that I don't really know exactly what I want to do about it. Because I already have the wisdom to understand that there's probably nothing I can do about it. So I have to just kind of adjust myself to walk through it without getting hurt. Because I'm dealing with other people, you know what I mean? Yeah. My dreams have been pretty abundant. That's the word I want to say. Because the other night I had like 6 dreams. And I remember a lot of my dreams. I email them to myself because that's how many I remember. And I have to use the voice recorder because like I remember them in great detail. So I had like 6 dreams in one night. And I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do with this? So I feel like there's this overwhelming energy coming through, lots of information, lots of insights and realizations. And then at the same time, you got to wake up and cook and do laundry and homeschool and freaking drive this person this place and brush your teeth. You got all of this regular life stuff while your freaking pupils are dilated for no reason and you're walking around like you're on freaking, what is it, DMT? And I'm sitting here like, why? Why now? Why today? Why can't we schedule this? So yeah, I be trying, y'all. I be trying. Crazy stuff happens on this side of the camera. Crazy stuff happens. I just cooked like 3 dishes because I cook everything in the morning. Anyway, what else was I gonna say about how crazy this energy feel? I promise y'all, I feel like I could walk up to somebody right now and put my hand on their forehead and like make them convulse or something. I'm having a god day. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. Hide crystals in the office. But you also have to take the responsibility of how they react to that energy. Cause I'm telling you right now, it's kind of like when you spray air freshener. You know, yeah, we have our tools to cleanse and clear a space, right? But sometimes the energy is so bad, so negative. It's kind of like when you spray a cheap air freshener. It just kind of sits on top of the smell, and it's kind of still there. The best thing to do when you're dealing with other people is to hold your center and to shine your light as bright as you can possibly shine it, to because then it becomes like a repellent, and they'll just leave you alone and stay away from you. They won't even come at you, you know. Stay in a heart space. You know how many people, number one, they don't really recognize love for what it is. Number two, they despise actual love. Like, they can't stand it. It's like roach spray. I'm just saying. I've observed this. And it's only because they don't recognize it, okay? It's only because they're just and people are comfortable in their misery, and that's okay. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of this. What? I smell something. Something's burning. Somebody must be cooking down there. I'm gonna just pray that somebody cooking. I didn't leave no burners on. It's like, it's not me. I didn't do it. Wow. Okay. Like, Jaden ain't nowhere to be found. I'm like, help. Ooh, that ain't even right. Whatever's going on down there. I might want to go check on that. But yeah, I wanted to share what I was going through with this shift because I definitely felt it. Drink water, hold your center, do everything that you can do to train your brain to think positively, get back up on your affirmations, your meditation, and make your physical body feel good. Get massages, exercise, all that stuff. Eat stuff that makes your body feel good. Don't go off the taste right now. Go off of the feeling because it can be deceptive, okay? Yeah, it ain't no joke. And I got the easy version. I'm not traditionally homeschooling. He's on K-12 online, and he just had to go redo a whole bunch of quizzes because, you know, when you don't tell these kids, when you don't tell them everything, they want you to think for them. But it's my job to get them to think for themselves. So there's that back and forth. Ugh, my nerves. I ain't even gonna get it. This is why I asked y'all if y'all wanted me to do that vlog, because I could talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Oh no. We both need to go see who's burning food in the kitchen then. Look, Jaden knows not to touch the stove. But I don't know what's going on. Somebody else down there, and I'm just like, okay. But yeah, that's my quick pop in, y'all. And look out for the scheduling of the thank you readings, okay? Have a beautiful day, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Drink water. Bye.